Isn't that a great sound?
That's awesome.
My name's Clara Lee Arnold. I'm from Oxford, Mississippi, and this is one of the outfits I've chosen because I'm in training to be a professional boxer.
Thanks for wondering about what gives women power. I think that's an important question. And I've wondered it oftentimes myself.
That day, the doctor had said, yes, you are in menopause. And I thought, that's it. M for menopause, M for Manolos. I'm going out and buying my first pair, and I did.
The first time I put on a garment, I just can't explain how I felt. When I looked in the mirror, it was like a transform of a different person. I just felt so different.
Now I've got one other little thing that I'd add with the powers. I'm going to take my jacket. I believe in them. I carry my children. You can't have too many. You cannot have too many, nor can they be too funny looking like this. And every now and then, when you drop one, everyone thinks it's a falsie. There we go.
But, okay, like everyone else, I loved your question. No, I didn't. I hated it at first.
So I was like, what the heck does power mean? What does it mean for me to feel powerful? Like, you know, I just have such power and control association. So I finally last night, after talking about it with my partner, my friend, looked it up in the dictionary.
And I looked back at it and I said, it was sheer guts that did it. You may call it power. I call it guts.
Because I can do something that no other man in my boardroom can do, and that's to have an offspring.
Because if you're sensitive and you're intuitive, then you can make a difference in somebody's life. And that's power.
So if I just want to go out and, you know, just be really casual and come to a little party that talks about trappings, well, you know, this is my trapping.
Hey boys. This belt means a lot to me. Belts are a significant part of a cowgirl or boy outfit, very significant part. And this was my grandmother's belt. My grandma was, she epitomized what Wyoming is to me. Very much the ranch hand's wife or the ranch woman. And then this hat I bought for myself a year before I went and worked on a dude ranch as a wrangler outside of Yellowstone. I was born in Bozeman, Montana, which is about 4 hours from here. And then I went to college at the University of Wyoming for undergraduate. I went to graduate school at Case Western Reserve in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm very much academically oriented, and but then I got kids, and so it makes the balance of when am I a dietitian and when am I a mom and when am I a wife and all the things I want to be is hard to find. It's really hard to find because I want to be all of them, but I also want to be really good at all of them. So I feel I can't do all of them if I really, really want to be good at them all. So some of them have to wait, maybe. It's harder and harder to live a Western life. Even in Wyoming, the convenience of riding is less and less. I mean, I'm not set up where I have an arena to ride. It has to be your livelihood to really be part of your life instead of a hobby. You can't make a living being a cowboy anymore. It's not a living, it's a way of life. And so you have to have some way to make money.
Presentation is just that, and we all do it every day, and we all can change the way that we do it, and we all can do it in a way that we never dreamed we would have been doing. And that then changes how people interact with you. Here I am, a person, a soul, looking to connect, looking, to interact with people who aren't just like me. And they see me and they smile at me and they're really happy and, they think I'm a nice, kind young man. And then upon speaking, it's mainly just sort of dealing with their discomfort. You know, they become flustered, they apologize, or they don't. You know, I can take on power, but do I ever feel like I truly have it? No, because I never feel like people are truly accepting me for who I am.
I think this is the greatest group we have here, the quilters, and we just love each other.
Well, this is an outfit that was given to me, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like a proud black woman, strong, and I am.
I was taught that people can do things and people can make a difference. And so for me, living out in the community is sort of natural. And so my strength comes from people, from the ability to create through my contact with people. If I couldn't meet with people, I think I would really dry up.
Always things happen at the beauty parlor. My beautician asked me if I would be interested in helping a young lady get 600, 700 hours to try, you know, she was wanting to get a habitat house. I said, oh yes, I will. So I didn't realize then they were building 11 houses. It's not that you want to be recognized for what you're doing, but you're doing to help someone else who would never get a house, or never own a house rather, you know, without help.
It's wonderful to be able, when you want to go someplace, just go out and get in the car and go. Yes, I got my license at 88 years old for the next 5 years. Isn't that nice?
I think when I dress, I can't quite identify with dressing for power. I think certainly at this stage of my life, I dress for comfort, mental and physical comfort.
Only time I dress like this is when I'm stepping out in the public. And I'm not dressed unless I have on a hat.
I like to dress free. I like to be free. I like my clothing to be so I can flow in them. And that is one way that brings out my strength.
A sweatshirt in the winter. Like Britney Spears, I know, is not going to wear a sweatshirt in the winter. She's going to be wearing those bra type things and all. And honestly, you have to go along with the season in order to be a good role model.
The thing I think with this is, I was thinking about it, and it's kind of to me like being a superhero. Like Superman or Supergirl or whatever wears their suit underneath their everyday clothing. But when they become the superhero, they tear it off. And I can be in any situation. It doesn't matter the outer clothes that I have on. If I'm needing that boost, I feel like I could pull open my shirt and go, don't mess with me now, I got on the black lace bra. And you can't mess with me when I have it on. I'm incredibly powerful when I have it on.
But it's a line of underwear that is just so fabulous that you do not have a panty line. My mother would love me so much for wearing proper foundation.
I can wear what I want to wear and I'm, you know, doing my thing. It's just a source of power for me. And not feeling like, I mean, at first when I was a kid, it was really hard because I did want, like, you know, Gloria Vanderbilt and like, you know, like all that stuff. I wanted to wear that, but I couldn't because it didn't come in my size. So to be someone like that really, I think, helped me to be more of an individual because I couldn't really be a clone because, you know, they didn't have a clone suit for me. So it's kind of, that makes me feel pretty empowered too. A little struggle at first, but I embrace it now.